So the Giants have started off 0-2 for let's see how many years straight. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Giants, you started off 0-2 for the past 5 years. Man, that's rough. Hey, at least it was a darn good game. What's going on, guys? Back with the Thursday Night Football recap. It was 30-29. Washington's 1-1. The Giants are 0-2. The Giants, they didn't play bad. Their defense didn't play bad. Washington's defense didn't play great. It was a really, really, really good game. A lot of blown opportunities, but hey, in the end, Washington pulled out with the game winner. Either way, I gotta get into this quick, of course. Giants offense. I said score early and control the ball on short passes, screens, and outside runs. They did that pretty well, but the thing is they blew the lead, so that kind of hurt. They did get an early lead, but they didn't hold it, and they had a lot of 3-and-outs. The short pass game did work. They didn't run many screens at all. I think they ran like 5. Outside runs, they couldn't really get that going because Saquon was getting devoured, so they had to run either inside or shotgun snaps. So, yeah, that didn't really work out that well. But Daniel Jones, he didn't have a bad game. I wouldn't say he had a good game. He just couldn't get it to John in the end. Like, they definitely should have won the game, but Darius Slayton just had the worst drop of his career, and it's not even close. Daniel Jones was 22 of 32, 249 yards, touchdown. Solid game, just didn't do the best. And he also ran for he had 9 carries for 95 yards, touchdown. He can run the ball better than a lot of other quarterbacks. He's definitely a top 5 quarterback that can run the ball. He just fumbles a ton, so yeah, that doesn't help. Saquon honestly had a pretty good game when you're playing against Washington. Shouldn't expect to get a ton of yards. He had one massive run. Other than that, he kind of got stuffed a lot. He actually had a couple really good runs. He had one massive run, which you should expect. He's one of the best big play running backs in the NFL. He definitely showed us that he still has it. He should be getting more carries next game, and then maybe by like week 4 or 5 we'll get in the full workload. Devontae Booker, he had a couple productive carries. C.J. Board had a really nice first down pickup. Elijah Penny got a 4th down conversion. That's it. And Sterling Shepard had the most disastrous trick play ever because he bobbled the snap and got crushed. But he made up for it with a really nice game and with 9 for 94. But it was a lot in the slots where he got open. That helps too. But either way, Darius Slayton 3 for 54 on a touchdown. He had a really good touchdown. I have to admit that. He went over, caught the ball, got in the end zone. Daniel Jones had a QB draw touchdown too. He had 2 total, so that was good for him. But he had a really bad drop. I don't care he scored the touchdown. It was a pretty bang play, but hey, he caught a touchdown. Kenny Golladay got shut down by William Jackson. William Jackson's a top 10 corner in the league. He solidified it by shutting him down. He had one massive gain. It was like 20-something yards. That was about it. Kyle Rudolph, he got a couple catches, but couldn't really do much. Caden Smith was actually pretty productive when he got out there. He had a lot of run blocks. Saquon, he had a couple catches, saved Daniel Jones on one play. Devontae Booker, same thing. Defensively, James Bradbury had a good pick. They didn't play bad. I don't think they just didn't play well. I think they were focusing, like I said, for their defense. Stop the run Bradbury on McLaurin and pressure Heineke. They didn't pressure Heineke that well. Like I get they only got like 1 sack. They probably should have got more. But they had a nice interception. Heineke kind of like hesitated before he threw it. Bradbury was on McLaurin most of the game. Other than the one drive where he had where he had a couple of big plays, that was the only drive where like James Bradbury probably wanted to play better. They threw it a lot to him. He got beat a couple times. I wouldn't say James Bradbury had an okay game. He didn't have a bad game. And then the rest of the defense, they played fine. Like, they just didn't do good enough for them to win. They just didn't force enough pressure. It was a lot of really good runs for them. Taylor Heinicke, 34 46, 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. I have to admit, Taylor Heinicke looked like an NFL quarterback out there. Want to know the difference? He's not as good as reading a defense. He's very athletic and he has a pretty good arm, so that does help. If he gets better at reading defenses, he can play. We know that. Who knows? He could be playing the rest of the season. He's a very good quarterback, very athletic. He's athletic than a lot of the quarterbacks in the NFL, and he was played smart and he made one mistake, but that was about it. And like I said, Antonio Gibson had 13 carries for 69 yards. Probably wanted to get him more because he was productive on every down. A lot of just good, solid gains. No huge gains, but good, solid gains. J.D. McKissic, he didn't run the ball that well. A couple of times he got stuffed, but he had one really nice run. It wasn't a touchdown run. It was like 5 yards, but he got stuffed in the backfield and he broke a tackle. Touchdown run, he was untouched. Taylor Heinicke, he escaped pressure a couple times and saved a couple sacks, but that's about it. Yeah, that's part of the reason. It wasn't like they didn't get all pressure. Terry McLaurin, like I said, Taylor Heinicke was smart. He got the ball to him. And, of course, J.D. McKissic, like I said, for their offense, run the ball with Antonio Gibson along with J.D. McKissic. They did that pretty well. And then also throw the ball out of the backfield to J.D. McKissic. They did that a couple times. It resulted in great plays. He had 5 for 83. And let him have easy throws. He had a couple easy throws. But then he got the ball to, of course, Logan Thomas and Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin more was their focus. I get that. But Logan Thomas had a good game, too. Adam Humphries got a couple balls in the slot. Diami Brown had a couple really nice plays. And then, of course, Ricky Seals-Jones is the star of the day. And like I said, Taylor Heinicke was just played smart. Taylor Heinicke, we know he can't read defense as well as most quarterbacks. Doesn't have the greatest football IQ. There's a couple other concerns, like I said he had a good arm, but it's not like he doesn't have elite arm talent. Good arm talent, just not great. Really athletic player. But man, but then you look at the defense. They brought the pressure. Jonathan Allen just devoured. After Nick, but like I said, Nick Gates is the best offensive lineman on the Giants. He was last year. He showed it. He was a really good player. Like I said, Washington defense plays zone at 55%. I think they played 60%. Other than William Jackson, they just played 60% zone. And the D-line just kept devouring. It wasn't fair. Kendall Fuller had a sack. The offensive line didn't pick it up. Montez Sweat had a sack. Where's Chase Young? Chase Young didn't have a sack, but he actually had a pretty good game. He was getting pressure. And the defense just looked tired, honestly. Like, when they were playing, they kind of got screwed because sometimes they didn't get pressure. And then Daniel Jones just made a good pass over the middle, or they had a screen pass, something like that. But their defense didn't play bad at all. They just got to have more stamina and go out and just be the defense that we want them to be. If they're able to do that, they're fine. So yeah, defense had a solid game. Final score is 30-29. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video.